It's Week 17 of the 2029 season, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. He's the NFL's ultimate...
The final 2 weeks of the regular season are upon us, and off we go on EA Sports. And this one goes out of bounds on the opening kickoff. That is a rough start for the kicker and his team as the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line.
Automatic first down.
1st and 10.
All right.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. On 1st down, it's Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
In motion now, it's Collins. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
It's 3rd and 7.
From the gun, here's Stroud. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. So on 4th down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. They're led by their quarterback, the 2nd-round pick out of Kentucky, Will Levis.
There's been a lot of talk coming into this week, Mike, about whether or not he'd be able to keep this hot streak going. And while I don't know if he'll be able to produce that absurd stat line like he did a week ago, I think he's more than capable of having another strong outing here in this one. I mean, somehow, if he can replicate last week's success, I think it's pretty safe to say he's got a chance to leave here with another win.
They face 2nd down and 7. He'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And he's going to have... Tackle made at about the 27.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? And this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
Levis to throw it here on 1st down. Open man, it's Davis downfield. And he will take this one in. 73 yards. Touchdown, Tennessee. Now for the point after. He's got it. And the Titans will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Texans offense going to take over now for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And this will be a Texans first down. The attack is made at about the 38-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down. Now Stroud. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3-and-out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
That's caught. It's Dameon Pierce.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man, complete to Dell. A pickup there of 13. It's good for a Texans first down.
Here we go. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll go play action with Stroud. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say?
And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
Brings up 3rd down.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing is Stroud. That's into the hands of Dell. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
That one doinks off the left upright, no friendly bounce. It's no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
You could see the body language of the kicker, Mike. Once it left his foot, he was kind of leaning. He was trying to bring that one back towards the middle. But that's the sound you dread as a kicker. It reverberates around the stadium, off the upright, no good.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
A 2nd down throw here from, a loose football. The Texans have it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. A short one there, caught by Kittle.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. 3rd and 5. Now, Stroud. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Davis now to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. You can see he's closing in on a rushing title, the league leader coming into the final 2 weeks of the season. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Pacheco. And he gets this to the 40. That's about a yard short of the first down, so we'll have 3rd down coming up. Now a 3rd and 2. A give here to Pacheco. It's a gain of 12 there. That's good for a Titan first down.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to...
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got it. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Levis. And that's incomplete. They couldn't connect. And that's how this first quarter will come to an end. Third and long. Here's Levis to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. So 4th down, they'll hand it over to A.J. Cole to punt it. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Texans offense back onto the field for their next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Stroud. He's got Dell for that one. And mark him down up beyond the 30.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Robbie.
They'll stick with him again. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. Stroud going to set up. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
We'll take this in back at the 16. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Here's 1st and 10.
Like 54.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Levis to throw. He's going to air this out for Davis. That is hot. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 77 yards. Touchdown, Tennessee. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
All right.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
2J. Here we go.
Now a give up the middle. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. All alone is the tight end, Kittle. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
On play action. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
On the quick.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. He manages to get the throw away and completes it.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up. Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position.
All right.
And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
That's into the hands of Dell on the right side. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Here's 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Stroud. And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. Bates' kick is good. And the Texans cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Titans offense and quarterback Will Levis ready for their next possession. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here, right up there among the NFL leaders in touchdown passes. On 1st down, Levis. He's going to air this out for Davis. And he will score again. Touchdown, Tennessee. His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
Oh, ready.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. And that ball incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these 2 guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
All right.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. Open man, that's Collins. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. A 2nd down throw for Stroud. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. To throw is Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on to punt for Houston. Too much leg there. That one's into the end zone for a touchdown. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Like 46. Tracy.
To throw is Levis. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line.
23 window. Or 54, like 54. Stand up.
Levis to throw it here on 1st down. He's going to air this out for Davis. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Mayday. Like 5-4. Odd. Short.
Levis. He's going to try it here again. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And will bring up 3rd down.
Here we go.
To throw is Levis. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
29's down, 22 Rita. Here's down, Diamond.
On 4th down, Levis. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this 1st down.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. They'll put this one down at midfield. Here comes a 60-yard attempt. His kick is good. From 60 yards out, he's got the leg to knock it through.
And you talk about having confidence in your kicker, Mike. I mean, to send him out there to kick from midfield, and what does he do? He repays you with that confidence with a 60-yard field goal. I mean, that was something else.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. Pretty interesting 1st half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Titans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. They'll come up here 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Pacheco. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. A run. It's Pacheco. And he's going to take this past the 45. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Now he's loose again. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
When you get big gains like that, Mike, it's pretty easy to see why that stat line just continues to grow. And the defense doesn't come away with a plan to stop this guy. We could have a record-setting performance on our hands.
Now, Levis. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Titans. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. The extra point is good. And the Titans will extend this third-quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Texans offense ready to take over possession of the football. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
The Titans offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the 3rd quarter.
Like 5-4! Like 5-4!
Now a give to Pacheco, running right. And he'll be brought down at about the 13-yard line.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. On gain of 12. First down, Titans.
They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line.
And this is just more of the same, picking up exactly where he left off in the first half. And these numbers, Mike, as you see them, they just pop out at you. I mean, he has been the driving force of this offense from the very start.
Hey, come on.
Off the play fake, it's Levis. In trouble, and down he goes.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot. Buy some extra time for your offensive line and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. But in this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode and ended up leading to a massive loss.
Pass interference, defense. Automatic first down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Yeah, Mike 54. And 24, Linda. Back to the team, Green.
Now Levis. He's going to look downfield once again. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
0. 54 Rita. 29's down. 22 Rita. 20 Rita. Rita. 0's down. 90 down. 49 Rita.
A second down throw here for Levis. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
Call it a gain of 13. First down for Tennessee.
Like 13. Like 13.
Here's Levis. That is hauled in at the 5. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up first and goal.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. That's the linebacker, Azeez Al-Shire.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Drive will start on the ground. And the defense thinking they have the safety here, but the spot is just outside the goal line. Good play, but no 2 points. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He's to the 35. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
That's as dynamic a run as you're going to see. He gets really good initial blocking at the point of the attack. That springs him loose. But then it's just his speed and open field running that does the rest.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. 2
yards on the pickup.
Look the hot.
Second and 8.
Stroud going to set up to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them. And it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. The Texans getting all set to punt, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And no chance to down this one. It carries deep into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. On 1st and 10, here's Levis. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
22 Linda. 49, Mike 49.
Here's Levis. He's going to air this out for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Like 54.
Levis to throw. Again, working deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. This is taken at the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
At the 36-yard line.
Stroud gonna tuck this one on the zone read. Oh, no dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9. Setting up second and short.
Brought down by Jordan Battle. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Stroud. On the quick slant, they find Dell. And he will get into the end zone. Take Dell. Touchdown, Houston. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Texans are able to cut into the deficit. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Levis to throw on first and 10. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Throwing on second down, Levis. He's going to look for the home run ball. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
Here's Levis to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. In this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track. Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have 2 defenders in the area and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball, yes, I know that the ball felt incomplete, but, man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
Throwing here on third and goal. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Chise Smith.
Oh, and that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to 4th down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with 0. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot and And, man, they're too fast for linebackers and a lot.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
A 5-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 10.
It is 3rd and 10.
11.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
Here we go.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
South. Check.
Stroud to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on downs. The visitors' offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And you've got to imagine the celebration is already well underway. Smiles on that sideline, still a little time, but 17-0 almost seems a certainty now.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given. But it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills, and you saw them on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup.
On 2nd down, Levis. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
He's going to let this one go deep, and that is incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
The home team's offense and receiver Tank Dell ready to go once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. And he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line. On 2nd down, Stroud gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. All 3 timeouts, plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. It is 2nd and a yard.
Here we go, let's go.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A 7-yard loss.
To throw is Stroud. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Throwing is Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. There's that man again. Another catch. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd down. Now Stroud. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. 3rd down, 3 to go. Here's Stroud. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to...
Try to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. He's to midfield. Still going. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Tennessee. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
Now the try for an extra point. He's got it. And the Titans will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if we can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. Stroud going to set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do?
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th, and he's going to go down. The pressure, once again, too much, and that should wrap this one up.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Levis. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Azeez Al-Shire. So this one, a win for the visiting Titans. They move to 16-0 on the year. They have a chance next Sunday to become the